Trump broke them. Dems chant, "We are not eating cats" at Kamala rally. It's just hilarious that they gotta come out and say this, man. This is bad. This is a bad look for them. I don't know why they thought it would be a good idea to chant this, but we're gonna talk about this, and we're gonna talk about the Haitians eating cats and stuff. We're gonna play some clips of people actually admitting this, no matter what the mainstream media is trying to lie to us and try to gaslight us on. But we're gonna talk about it. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I'll talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account as well. Follow me there as well. All right, so let's talk about this news. Now, this comes from InfoWars from Aiden Salazar. And he reports that Democrat voters triggered by former President Donald Trump's claim that Haitians in Ohio are eating pets forcefully pushed back against the narrative at a rally Thursday, bizarrely proclaiming they are not consuming felines. The crowd erupted during the Kamala Harris rally in Grand Rapids, Michigan on Thursday as running mate Minnesota Governor he's very sus, Tim Walz, attempted to joke about Trump's remarks during the presidential debate earlier this week, claiming illegal immigrants transplanted into Springfield, Ohio, were feasting on local cats and dogs. Let's play the clip here. Here we go.
And you tell me you had this on your bingo card, and they're eating cats, and they're eating cats. What can you say?
We're not eating cats. It's so weird that you got to say that. All of a sudden, the crowd began vocalizing in unison, chanting, "We're not eating cats, we're not eating cats," as if the former president had accused Democrats collectively of being cat eaters. The strange campaign incident illustrates how Trump's reference to migrants' crisis in Ohio has struck a nerve with Democrats, getting under the skin of the party that believed it had the childless cat lady vote in the bag. Oh my gosh. While the issue of whether pets are being abducted in mass remains up for debate, several Springfield residents have claimed to have personally witnessed horrific animal abuse by Haitian migrants, with one woman telling journalist Taylor Hansen she'd been, quote, she's seen a pig's head land down in Snyder Park, the same location where Haitians allegedly took some local geese to eat or sacrifice. Let's play this clip here. Like, people are witnessing this, so I guess all these people are lying, right? Here we go.
There's been a lot of allegations of animals going missing, ducks being basically
yes, sir.
taken.
There's pictures of that too.
Can you speak on that? Have you ever seen that in person?
I've seen, the only thing I've seen, I did see a pig's head laying down in Snyder Park.
You saw a pig's head?
A pig's head.
Like it had been cut off? Or?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't really see that every day, do you?
No, you don't. It's kind of surprising.
Wow.
But then our city wants to pass it off as cult stuff.
As cult stuff?
Yeah.
Do you think that has anything to do with, like the connections with voodoo that Haitians commonly have? I mean, in Haiti,
well,
it's a
there's
very
actually,
commonly practiced thing.
I'm sorry. There's actually been a couple people that I know that have been told that they were going to be cursed by voodoo.
By Haitians?
By Haitians.
So that actually is a real thing here.
Yes.
Them practicing voodoo with animals, yes. Pig's head.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's you don't hear that every day. That's crazy. How long have you been a resident of Springfield, Ohio?
My entire 58 years.
Your entire 58 years.
Yes,
so
sir.
You'll look a day over 20. Okay. So,
thanks.
How would you describe what's going on here in Springfield? What are your concerns? What brings you out to City Hall today?
My concerns are security, mostly for the women in this town, the young girls. I've been accosted. I've been groped. I've been followed. I don't leave my house unless I'm armed and have my pit bull. And I couldn't bring them down here, but
wow, that is big. That's scary, man. They don't feel safe in their own hometowns. This woman said she does not leave the house without her gun or her pit bull.
Luckily, I knew there was a bunch of people. The education system, it's terrible. And we've got adults going to school at the high school.
Can you
There were
explain that a little
fights
bit?
the first day. There are illegals. They're from 19 to 23 years old going to our high school.
That's a little unusual. I don't think I've ever heard that before.
My 10-year-old granddaughter has a 16-year-old in her class.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does that raise safety concerns for you?
It raises many safety concerns for me. And like I said, all the women and females in Springfield, I don't care how old you are. Obviously, I'm 58 and I've been accosted.
Can you explain kind of what happened in that situation?
Well, I have lived on the south end of Springfield my whole entire life. It is the majority of the population is black. I've never had any problems. I was at a store a few days ago on South Limestone Street. I was attacked. I was called racist because I'm white. That was their reasoning, because I'm white.
Wow. And then you had mentioned about, being groped in the past. Could you explain that as well?
Yeah, a Haitian guy was following me around the store. Literally following me. I asked him once, "Why are you following me?" He smiled and turned his back. The second time he came down the aisle, he was up against my rear end.
Oh my God.
And I pushed back from him and I said, "What the F are you doing?" And he said, "You don't understand English." So I pulled up my shirt and said, "Do you understand that?"
Yes.
And he left.
Yes.
Wow. Well, what
Absolutely.
would you want people? Obviously, this is kind of.
Absolutely. No wonder she says she don't leave the house without her gun or her pit bull. She can't even go to the grocery store. And this is an older lady. You know what I'm saying? So imagine the young ones. Oh my gosh. That's not of age that can have a weapon on them to protect themselves. Wow.
Blown up into a national news story overnight, it seems like.
Well, they're burying their heads in the sand. Our city commission, our mayors, our people that we pay to protect us, the police, their hands are tied. I mean, everybody's complaining because the police aren't doing nothing, but they can't. Biden and Harris gave these people complete immunity, complete amnesty. So their hands are tied. So we're on our own here. And then they get on the news and they say that we're lying about what's going on here. If you get on Facebook, for anybody that lives in Springfield that feels the way I do, there's pictures to prove what we're saying.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot in the interviews that I've talked to today and obviously seen online about the driving out here. Does the driving concern you?
That would be another reason I don't leave my house, because I have one car. I can't afford to buy another one. I have liability. If one of them hit me, my insurance company is going to say, "Should have got full coverage and now you're paying more anyway." So
Do you feel like, you guys are almost being treated as like second-class citizens compared to the
we're
illegal
being
immigrants?
treated worse than second-class citizens. We don't count. We don't have a word. They just said they took notes on what I was saying and they'll contact me. Yeah, I believe that. Like, I believe I'm a millionaire.
Is there anything else that you would want the public to know about your situation and the situation of locals here?
Yeah, this is not about racism. It's not about hate for other people. They brought this in on us too much too fast. They should have been taught our laws. They should have been taught some of our culture, and vice versa. We have no problem learning their cultures. This town has invited many cultures, and all have been welcome. The Haitian said something about, why don't we say something about the Mexicans? Because they learned our laws and they don't. Right, they're not using the bathroom in a department store. Display toilets.
What? This is crazy. And they had the audacity to say, "Why don't you say something about the Mexicans?" Well, they're following the rules. Wow. Another resident claimed he's seen a van operated by Haitians driving around and picking up cats. And I just read another article today on a woman was driving and the Haitian was driving on the wrong side of the road. You know, this is they talking about they just driving and they don't care anything about laws and the rules of driving. They were driving on the wrong side of the road and got in a car accident with her autistic son in the vehicle with it. Like, it's crazy. Well, let's play this clip here.
We've lost a whole bunch of cats. There was a van pulled over that had over 100 cats in it with the Haitians. They said they was eating them.
Actually?
Yeah.
Not fake news.
Not fake news.
So a van was collecting cats and eating them.
I watched it happen, yeah. Watched them get pulled over with the cats and admit to the police that they was eating them.
You're not joshing with me.
No, I'm almost 50 years old, buddy. No.
You don't mess around.
No.
No, but according to the media, this is not real. This is not happening. No cats are being eaten. No pets are being taken and sacrificed. None of that stuff is happening. But yet you got people there on the street that live there that's witnessing this and saying these things are happening, but, oh, they're racist for admitting this. The daughter of a Haitian migrant weighed in this week following the debate, confirming inhabitants, sorry, I'm struggling reading today. Inhabitants of the Caribbean nation do in fact eat cats due to hunger or for voodoo ritual purposes. I saw this video myself yesterday, but let's play this clip.
My father immigrated from Haiti to the United States in the late 60s as a teenager, and I want to talk about these recent comments about the Haitians in Springfield, Ohio. First, I want to say my father and I are now estranged, but I did know him in my very, very young years, and when he immigrated, he was one person, and they weren't sending, thousands of Haitians in one area. He wasn't eating people's pets, and he didn't practice voodoo, but he did say that most of the island, the majority of the island, does practice voodoo. The reason they eat cats is for two reasons. Number one is survival. This is the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. You can't just go to a food bank like you can here, or just go to McDonald's and get some free or cheap food, unless of course there's a Christian missionary there. People in the United States have a really hard time imagining that type of thing, but it is true. Second, they do animal sacrifices for their religion, voodoo. They make these animal sacrifices to these gods for different reasons. You can do your own research on this. Do I think voodoo is a demonic religion? Yes, I do. That doesn't mean that you hate these people. These people need prayer. But you can't just take over all these people from another country and expect it to work. Not to mention, it doesn't fix the problems of that country. And there's more people left in Haiti that we can bring over. It's not racist to acknowledge that this is a problem. It's not racist to talk about these things that are happening. This is not just white Americans saying this is black Americans. You can look at the people in Springfield, Ohio saying that this is happening. Y'all just want to joke about Trump and say that he's crazy for saying that this is happening instead of actually checking at all to see if this is happening. You want to make jokes about these things. Well, what if it were happening to you and your community? And no, it's beyond eating their pets, even though that is bad enough.
Facts. But the media, they don't want you to hear this. They don't want you to hear statements from her being the daughter of a Haitian immigrant, basically alluding to what we've been seeing with our own eyes and people been saying. But on Thursday, former Democrat presidential candidate Marianne Williamson warned Democrats could soon have egg on their faces after people get more information on Haitian voodoo practices. Quote, continuing to dump on Trump because of the eating cats issue will create blowback on November 5th, wrote the Democrat presidential candidate who ran against Kamala Harris in 2020, staying in the race 1 month longer than the current vice president. Said, quote, Haitian voodoo is in fact real, and to dismiss the story out of hand rather than listen to the citizens of Springfield, Ohio, confirms in the minds of many voters the stereotype of Democrats as smug elite jerks who think they're too smart to listen to anyone outside their own silo, she added in a now deleted tweet. Of course she deleted it. It was pushback because you got people like John Legend coming out from his hilltop in California, his mansion, talking about these things aren't happening and it's racist and all this stuff. You're not talking to none of the people. He was getting blasted. He was getting blasted on Instagram from people that actually live in Springfield and that are actually witnessing these things. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. And check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.